All right. Hello and welcome, everybody. We are doing a redo. So, thank you for your patience. To everybody on Spotify, thank you for being here. YouTube replays, everybody live on TikTok. We have several announcements for you today. I will put timestamps for anybody that's watching it on YouTube or listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Amazon Music. So you can go ahead and skip forward. But today is a waning crescent moon, and the waning crescent is all about closures, things ending, things finally being completed or coming to a close. This is the final phase before we enter the new moon. So, of course, that is significant because the new moon is, of course, all about releasing, letting things go, all about finality and conclusions. So if you have kind of noticed that you have been kind of letting go of toxic habits, letting go of people who don't serve you anymore, letting go of things and ideas and mindsets that don't really help you, or you just kind of are seeing those regular themes in your life or in your love life, relationships, this, that, and the other, then that definitely lets you know that you're kind of in tune with where you need to be and in tune with the moon right now. It is also about like rest and renewal, as well as like surrender, trust, and faith. So if you have noticed that you're in kind of like some circumstances where you're realizing there's nothing that you can do to control the outcome, or there's nothing you can do to progress things forward or move them back, if you're kind of in that situation where you're realizing that you are kind of, you just have to have faith in the divine plan and where God is going, then you're also on the right track here. It does also say that dream work is significant during this moon phase, specifically because they say the veil is rather thin during this moon phase. And so you might notice that you have more prophetic dreams. And even if you're not having like very vivid dreams that you're like actively remembering as soon as you wake up, it's even just like you get like an impression of the dream or the vibe or the gist that kind of will like tell you how things will be going. So if you're having like very positive dreams, you're feeling like very alive and, lit up and ignited, I think was the word I was looking for when you wake up, and that will kind of tell you, maybe what's coming into your life. Versus if you are kind of feeling the opposite, then that might be kind of showing you what there is that's still needing to be let go. So it does also say that nines and zeros are heavily associated with the waning crescent. I did also do my nails in honor of the waning crescent moon. Hope you can kind of see it a little bit. Cute. Thank you. But yeah, we have been seeing like nines a lot in these readings. I don't know if I've been putting like every number on like the videos that I repost on that I post on TikTok, but like nines are coming out a lot, like nines and ones. And so it does say that nines and zeros are specifically associated with this. So essentially, the big question for the waning crescent moon is what is next? Okay. So, for the exciting news that is happening on here, and also the reason why I turned off chat and comments completely on the live, is because I now have viewer wishes that are available. So, anybody that has a yes or no question, because I know that everybody loves to flood into the comments and distract the reader with your yes or no questions in the middle of a reading, like that makes any kind of sense, you now have the option to pay for your yes or no questions using your TikTok coins. Anybody listening on Spotify, if you do want to catch me on live and get the opportunity to interact as I'm actually feeling the energy and pulling it live, you do have the option to see me every Saturday around 11 p.m. We started late today because, yeah, it said that it would be super fan only chat, and it was not. I was bombarded with randomized questions. So I don't appreciate that. So not only do they get to ask their yes or no questions, which I answer with the Magic 8 Ball, which I have been using at the end of the lives lately. I kind of am starting to like it. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Like I started the live over, and now it's like not sending anybody to the live. Like this is about to irritate me, but I will move forward and pretend like I'm not just speaking to myself. So anyway, besides just the magic 8 ball that you can get with your TikTok coins, you also have the option to get like one card oracle pulls or one card tarot pulls. Um, those are, like I said, with those viewer wishes should be right here on the screen. It will refresh like every half hour. And so I should be able to see like when somebody purchases it, and then I will do all viewer wishes at the end of the reading. So that's for any yes or no questions that I'll answer with the Magic 8 Ball, oracle pulls, tarot pulls. We have like little quick tarot readings depending on how much you want to spend on TikTok. But all that is categorized right there, and it'll tell you exactly what each and every one of those gets you. So if you send that, I will put your name down, and then I will do it at the end of the live. If I miss it, just send me a direct message about it, and then I will make sure that we get you your services if I don't see it by the end of the live. But moving on, I do now also have subscriptions available on the live. For anybody who wants to become a part of the community, it is building, it's growing. It's taken me damn near about a year to like finally really get into the energy of getting all this together, and I have had many sleepless nights and damn near no rest for like 3 weeks straight. So you're welcome. So the highest tier basically will be the one that includes like I'll be doing like a raffle for all of my subscribers. Well, they'll all have their name put into a drawing, and at the end of the month, I'll have a drawing for a free reading for all the subscribers. All the subscribers also like for the yes or no questions. Any of my subscribers who do have yes or no questions automatically answered during the live. You don't need to wait. You don't have to, oh, wow, I hope I get chosen. Subscribers, you get one yes or no every live, automatically answered at the end of the live. For the second tier, that will be, still the free reading raffles, the subscriber only videos that also include like shop discounts and stuff. And then for the Angelix 3, that's the one where it's $2.99 for anybody who did want like an option that's a little more affordable, or you want to kind of be able to test it out, see how you like it. That one essentially just gives you access to the Magic 8 Ball yes or no questions for the Angelic 3 tier. Just for if you, didn't want to have to always enter a raffle at the end of the live to see if you can have your yes or no answered. Just $2.99 every month. Yes or no question every single live. I go live every single Saturday. So yeah, super fans, obviously, new thing, I guess, with TikTok. You guys essentially help shape the community. Yeah, like I said, I had to end the live like 4 times, so it is not sending anybody here. So if you are one of the few lucky ones who's in here, you're very special. Oh, and I do have a 50% discount for the Angelix 1 and 2. 50% discount off the first month. But yeah, that has a lot of content, a lot of free stuff. It's a deal, deal, deal. Okay, definitely a steal. So onto the actual reading stuff. I feel like the forbidden fruit theme has been regularly coming up, not just in my readings, but like in outside daily life, like consistently now, to the point where it's like I kind of need to pay attention to it a little bit more in these readings. Thank you also for the love. I see you. But yeah, the forbidden fruit theme is just super heavy. All about this like very irresistible energy. Someone feeling like they're tempted, like being like pulled by the heartstrings, being pulled by the loins, also, if you will. But even like given that whole like forbidden fruit theme, even the book that I've been reading called Thread and Needle by Cari Thomas, even that started to after I was talking about all this forbidden fruit. I just started this book like 2 weeks ago. It's this girl where she's basically on track to become a binder, which is someone where her entire family. Oh, thank you for joining the community, woo! But it's basically where her family they do this ritual or whatever where it basically tampers down her magic. So she's not supposed to show any type of emotions. That's seen as bad. Any expression of magic is bad. Anybody who's showing it is bad. And so while she's at school, she keeps finding this apple in her locker. And so someone like keeps writing on it, like, take a bite. Don't you want to? The next day she finds another apple, then another. And so she keeps finding apples until finally one day she like, she keeps smelling it. She smells the crispness of the apple. It's reminding her of a hot summer day. She can smell like the saltiness and the sourness of the apple. And so one day, it's like she finally like she went over to throw it away in the trash like she's been doing. And she's like, I went and I let go of the apple into the trash. But then when I looked back at my hand, it was still in my hand. So then she said she ended up like taking a bite of the apple. So that's also giving me this like forbidden fruit vibe of like something where somebody literally is telling themselves like, okay, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna let it go, I'm gonna get rid of it, okay, it's done. And then they look and they're still holding on to it. Like that's definitely the vibe. Like something about it being very irresistible. Like even when someone is like cognitively in their own mind trying not to do something or resist something, everything else about their being subconsciously aligns with what they actually want subconsciously. So the whole thing for why I'm mentioning this apple in this book is because after she takes a bite of the apple, she ends up acting completely out of character. Like she's a very shy, reserved person. Like I said, she's growing up in like a very traumatized type of family. Her aunt abuses her to keep her magic at bay, basically. And so she ends up acting completely out of character at this orientation thing at school. And her and a couple of other girls are just like bursting out laughing and cackling, and they can't stop, tears streaming down the eyes, and they don't know why. And she later finds out that this one girl who's like a family friend of hers, she's like, "Oh yeah, I see all you guys took a bite of the apple. That means all you guys are witches, because the only people who would have been affected by the powers of the apple were people who were already had magical abilities. So essentially, the apple was also seen as a type of initiation, or to see if someone was on the level, which that was also coming out a lot in these readings. And so I feel like the initiation is the temptation. Like that's something I feel is very relevant here. Like somebody, the fact that somebody is tempted in the first place and they want to, and especially she's taking the bite, like that is the initiation for someone. I'm getting like somebody is passing the test. I mean, we haven't even. Do you see this? We're up here, okay? We're up here. Like these are the notes from the past week that just all this stuff has been happening and it's been crazy. And so I do also remember that because I'm still like at the beginning of this book, and I had lost it while I was at work, and I was like freaking out, looking around everywhere, searching for it, going around. Lo and behold, I find out that somebody had actually picked it up and turned it in to my manager. So I didn't even have to go around looking for it. All I had to do was just continue about my daily task, and it was already there where it was meant to be. And so I literally like I did not want to start a new book at all. I was like, no, like I even brought another book and I was like, no, I was just it was just getting good. I'm already invested in this. Now I have to start a whole other book over. So that's kind of the feeling I'm getting. It's like someone like the last few readings were about like some kind of ending or a chapter closing, confirmation honk. But something about like something ending, but there's just like something like there's unfinished business. Like somebody knows that they're like somebody feels like they lost something. They feel like they had a loss. They know that they can start a new chapter or a new book or something new over there that would be completely fresh. But it's like somebody does not want to do that. They're like, no, I already put my stakes in here. I've already set up the table and stuff. I'm ready to read the fucking book. And so that's just yeah, like I said, that's the feeling I was getting from this. Is that like something is just getting started. So somebody's like, no, I'm not ready to call it quits when we just got here, bitch. Like what? And so yeah, it was just like the smell of the apple was it was very invigorating. It like triggered her memories. And I remember even later on, in the book, it reminded me of this one of the index cards that had come out for one of the readings about I love the way you smell, and it was like invigorating, intoxicating. Someone had like very like essential oils, herby, woodsy, spiced kind of scent that's like intoxicating, makes one want to keep taking like deep breaths of that. And so it was like I remember I was at work and I was just like, I literally felt like I had smelled like the best scent I had ever smelled in my entire life. Like, I kid you not. And I was looking around, I'm asking people, is that you? Do you smell like that? Who is that smell? That's good. This, that, and the other. I'm like literally searching left and right, looking for the source of this. And lo and behold, I found out it was me. It was me the whole time. I just had never smelled my fragrance smelling like that. Like it mixed differently with my pheromones and my sweat from work. And then I had added like hibiscus flower petals to like my body oil and stuff. So I'm guessing that blended in and did something. I had never smelled a smell like that before in my life, like ever. And so there was something about like it was this fragrance. One of them was this has like vanilla notes, but it's called At First Blush. And then that started getting me thinking about like the readings and somebody like getting flustered, kept coming out in the readings about somebody feeling very shy, getting very like somebody might turn like red in the face, or at least somebody might get like really tongue tied. But that was like the name of the fragrance. And then, like I said, I remembered that like card coming out. So I was like, damn, is that how it comes across to somebody? Like I shocked myself with how good I was fucking smelling. I'm like, damn, and it's like it's radiating and permeating and like I feel like I'm surrounded by a damn hug of a smell. So I'm like, is that either one, you smell that fucking good to this person, or that's just the vibe that you bring to them. Like that's the energy that you speak. It's like when you show up for this person, they feel surrounded by your presence. They feel surrounded by your energy. They want to keep taking in breaths. They want to keep taking a bite of the apple. Not sure which apple we're talking about, but they do want to take a bite of something. Okay. And so not only was it called At First Blush, the fragrance, But then, literally later that day, I saw that this band that had became one of my new favorite bands called Ocean Alley. I think they're an Australian band, and the lead singer is a black dude. He has like locks, but like he has locks, but has bangs. Like I've never seen hair like that. So he has a beautiful fucking voice. But the song, they released a new song called First Blush. The same, like right after I had found out this happened. So I was like, what the fuck are the odds? Obviously, nothing to me ever happens by coincidence, of course. So I'm like, okay, I gotta write that down. This must be relevant for the reading, of course. So something about like at first blush, like when they like like that saying like you had me at hello or like love at first sight is almost what I'm getting. Like doesn't necessarily have to be like at first sight like that, but just like the first time somebody blushed or the first time somebody like did a giddy smile, that was the moment that you had them, or that was the moment that they had you. And so even in the book, like I said, this keeps tying to the book, forbidden fruit, song, this and the other. It goes in circles. Okay, I'm gonna put timestamps for anybody to be watching on Spotify and YouTube if you want to skip through it. But I mean, this is relating to the reading heavily. So anyway, um, yeah. So there was this in the book, Thread and Needle by Carrie Thomas, the one with the apple and all that. She ended up going to this like magical library or magical store or something like that. And so like when they went in there, they were like, "Oh my god, it's so crazy." Because literally that same night where I was like, oh my God, what fucking smell is that? That same night I read this in the book, okay? Where they walk into the store and the girl's like, that is the best smell I've ever smelled in my life. It reminds me of the garden behind where I live. That's the only place I feel free. And the girl next to her is talking about, that smells like a New York day, a New York night to me with hot dogs and slight stench of sewage and car exhaust. And so the owner of the store ends up coming up to them and they're like, oh yeah, this candle will basically help you recall your favorite memory, like the smells of your favorite memory or like the sense of, so that obviously having to do with everything else at first blush, forbidden fruit, yeah, like that's what your smell does to somebody. Because I remember even in the reading, I was stuck on that index card. Like I was like, something about this is like your smell, and then it keeps coming out. Like I think it's coming out like 3 4 times in the last like month or two. So it's like it keeps coming out. Something about your smell is so intoxicating to this person that I feel like I almost feel like without the way that you smell, if that didn't have that, it would like make it easier for this person to resist. Not like it'd be easy, but it would be easier. But there's something about the scent that like completely bypasses like all logic and reason. Like you can't really analyze a scent like that. It's something that you actually have to feel and smell and intake and ingest. You actually have to process it in a different way that's not from a left brain rational way. So I feel like there's something about your scent that completely bypasses every barrier and structure that this person like has tried to have in place or tries to have in place with people, something like that. But this is where it gets juicy. This is where it gets really juicy. Okay. So following all this, like I said, this all happened within the past week. I just went live last Saturday. This is just, yeah. Following all this stuff about the forbidden fruit themes, then the book, then the at first blush. I love the way you smell, me smell myself. There was this song called Dogs Like Vultures by this band that I'd actually heard about from my twin flamey. And there was a song called Dog Like Vultures, and it was about like spiritual discernment, which was a heavy theme going on in like the last month or two of these readings. And so I was like, damn, if I really love this song that much and I had it on repeat over and over, I was like, let me just try out another album of theirs. Let me just like see something else. And so I saw this album called Dreamer. And I decided to start listening to it. I think I only made it through like 3 songs before like the last song that has been playing has been on repeat for the last 6 days. I'm not even exaggerating. It is called An Adult Tree by Haste today. And they're a band who they had not been active for 9 years. They're from Indianapolis, Indiana. Hey, hey. So yeah, definitely from my hometown. It's literally the perfect example of Midwest emo. Obviously, I'm getting to why it's relevant. An adult tree. At first, when I thought about that, I was like, an adult tree. And I was like, why is that making me think of? I was like, oh, okay, no, no, no. And then when I started to look at the lyrics, an adult tree, what does that kind of remind you of? Like the Garden of Eden a little bit, right? Does that kind of make you think about like a forbidden fruit a little bit and adultery? What happened with Adam and Eve when they ate the apple? They lost their innocence. Hence, they was naked and they became adults. Are we seeing what's happening here? So I was like, hold the fuck up, bitch. What's going on? Why are we keep talking about this forbidden fruit stuff? So, for one, the entire song sounds like a bridge. I don't know if anybody here is a musician or is like familiar with that terminology, but the bridge of the song is basically like you have like a verse, then you have the chorus, which is the main part, then you have the second verse, and then they sing the chorus again. Most of the time in like rock songs and stuff, they have a bridge, which completely differs from the song in like a very extreme way, but it's usually like softer, heavier, more melodic, stuff like that. But the bridge is always my favorite part because like brings together all the music, but like in an explosion. But that's always my favorite part of the song. And so I feel like that is this connection. Something about you're like someone's favorite part, or you're like the best of everything that they always wanted. But yeah, I just had to take a risk on this new album. And like I said, it does have that perfect, like that personal meaning for me. It has that Midwest emo, you know, stuff I like to listen to. But the lyrics, he's talking about someone offering him a bite of a rotten apple. Like I said, I wasn't hearing the lyrics at first, and then the more I listen, I'm like, hold on, are they really talking about what I think they're talking about? And I just, like I said, happened upon this song from the album called Dreamer. I just randomly picked one. Like, there's no such thing as random. I hope we all know that. But he's talking about taking a bite from a rotten apple, which even that, like rotten apple, why would somebody want to take a bite from a rotten apple? Like, I would say no. That wouldn't even be a temptation for me. What the fuck do you mean, bitch? No, no, thank you. But that made me start thinking about how, like, the apple and the girl's locker, and that was like an initiation of sort. That also makes me feel like something about in this connection, like the apple appears to be rotten to those who are uninitiated, but to people who are actually in the know and in the vibe, you see it for what it is. So I feel like maybe that's also how you appear to this person or they appear to you, where it was just like one of the last readings was somebody was completely underestimated. I feel like you were just you had like a glamour on, they could not see you for what you were, and now it's like something has been completely lifted from their eyes. And they're like, oh my God, it was never a rotten fruit. But it was only after they accepted it in the first place, you know? So whatever this is that they were trying to resist, whatever temptation or whatever it is that they were like telling themselves was wrong and bad and that they shouldn't do, they definitely want to do it, from what I'm seeing. So anyway, he's talking about they offer him a bite. And then it goes on to say, and we knew you'd bite down and follow us into the ground. So this whole time, all these themes have been about, are they going to take a bite of the apple? Do they want to? Do they hate the temptation? Do they not like it? Like, what's going on? This whole song that I end up finding out after I moved on from the last song, this song heavily connecting to me in my journey of twin flames and stuff. As I'm asking these questions, I come across a song where they're literally saying, we knew you'd take a bite and you will follow us down the rabbit hole. Like this give me like Alice in Wonderland vibes almost. Like this song is please, like I would play it on here if I wouldn't get in trouble for trying to repost it onto Spotify. So I would be playing it right now if I could. But yeah, I mean, just even the rest of the lyrics are just insane. Like, please, it says, go to bed, young dreamer. Hello. One thing you will learn about me, I'm heavy on dreams. Anything and everything about dreams is beautiful to me. But then it says, a prophet, you'll arise. A lot of these readings I've been doing the last several days have been heavily about somebody who has like spiritual abilities for like seeing into the future. Somebody has dreams about things that are coming to happen. Someone has like intuitive abilities. And so I feel like there's something about this person like taking a bite of that fruit, taking a bite of whatever they felt like was forbidden, that has now, like I said, like go to sleep, you know, you will arise a prophet. So someone was like asleep, but now they took a bite. They're literally waking up to this is giving me like to their spiritual abilities, to this whole spiritual awareness, to this entire connection. It goes deeper where they're like, the breath of the fallen angel brings death if you bring it in, if you breathe it in. Death, hello, death card, ego death. We've been talking about ego death, death and rebirth, somebody going through a whole spiritual awakening and transformation. The breath of the fallen angel, you know, so that's also giving me like maybe that's how this person sees you. Like there's something about like I feel like your vibe is not like I was like one of the last readings. It's not the status quo. Like you do not come across as just like the happy angel. They're all full of love and light. Like you come across as like a dark goddess or a dark angel, fallen angel, like something like that. Like they kind of associate that connotation with you. So somebody here like may have like a darker vibe or something like that, but they definitely like just kind of associate. This song was just crazy. But then even after they say it'll bring death if you breathe it in, but then they literally encourage, or in the lyrics are encouraging this person to take breaths of it, to breathe in, to take more breaths of this. So it's literally like this person's not resisting the temptation. They're not resisting the bite of the apple. They're not resisting the angel's breath. They want to go down into the rabbit hole. They're ready to go down into the rabbit hole. They're, yeah, it's like, and especially the fact that like the reason why this is even more significant for like this connection, this reading, and for me personally, like I said, like Haste Today, they're from Indianapolis. Okay, hello. These songs have been, all of them that I've listened to have had heavy ties to my spiritual twin flame journey. And then not only that, but like even as I was listening to this song in Adultery, I was like, I cannot believe that they're not an active band anymore. Like, how fucking unfair is that? Like, I want to hear them live. Like, I can't believe I missed my opportunity to hear that. Tell me why. Hi, Sage. That's my cat. Tell me why. I go to check. They was inactive for 9 years, right? Nines. I'll remind you again. Waning Crescent, you're gonna keep seeing nines. Nines keep coming up, all about endings, closures, releasing things, letting go. They were inactive for 9 years. Why did I just check today? And I just saw that they released a new song last year, October 18th of 2024. Bitch, what? And do you want to know what else was happening? October 18th of 2024. That was those readings that I was just talking about in my most recent live, I think, about we fell in love in October, where there was something about like someone that was the beginning of their love story. It was like something about October, October, Scorpio, veil, then all that. So it was like something about October was like this beautiful mystery cauldron of beauty for somebody and their love relationship. And so I'm like, the fact that they released this song after they hadn't released any music for 9 fucking years during the month of October, when the whole theme last year was we fell in love with October in October. And then just in the last live reading, what came out? October, love letters, and 4 weeks. And at the time when I was doing that reading, 4 weeks from them would be around October 18th. So I'm like, are they about to release a whole new album? Even if you don't even listen to that, whatever, the significance that this has, I feel, to the connection is there's something that seemed like it was dead and gone, finished, completed, over with, done for, not coming back. That's not facts at all. Like, whatsoever. Like, there's something about not only is it not done, but making a grand comeback. But I feel like it'll be like silent at first. Like, it'll go like unnoticed. Like, I didn't even know that they had released another song. So I'm like, uh, hello, I have to tell him. Like, what in the world? So anyway, crazy. But yeah, the song was called Burn. That kept coming out in my readings about somebody really feeling on fire. They feel ignited to do the right thing. And I kept seeing that like heart in flames emoji. I hope you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, October, love letters, 4 weeks. What is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? Oh, and then I almost forgot. Yeah, that's crazy. I almost forgot. I have been looking for these phrases I had written down for a while. Like when I first moved in here, like about June, like 28th or so, I was looking for these phrases that I use on like the index oracles and stuff that I write, just for like the beginning of the reading, energy check-ins and stuff. I did see I like anime, but I could not find them for the life of me. Okay, I could not, and lo and behold, as I'm literally finishing up writing all my notes, I'm about to take out this piece of paper. I'm like, okay, well, what is this random ass piece of? Guess what the random piece of paper is? The paper I was looking for. Once again, that's being a heavy theme of like somebody going out searching for something, looking, looking, looking. It could have been you, it could have been masculine, could have been both of you guys. But somebody going around searching, 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 putting themselves into a panic to find it. Whole time it was exactly where it needed to be. It was exactly where you thought it was. It was exactly what you thought it was. So it's like something about like somebody should, like there's no point in searching. Like there's, especially if you're feminine, step into that feminine energy. let it come to you. You know the type of energy you need to put in energetically. Let the other stuff come to you physically. So that's just, yeah, that level's like a repeating theme of like constantly going out to search for something that literally made its way back to me. Common thing. So I will read these. So this will just, yeah, actually, I think I'll just do these as the index tarot because we're about to start the reading. So thank you all who had stayed for the first. Oh yeah, I think I need to leave that open temporarily. But yeah, thanks to everybody who has stayed for that. For it was a lot of info. And for anybody else who missed it, like I said, I do have those viewer wishes available. I will be doing those at the end of the live for anybody that did pay for anything. Like if you want a yes or no question answered on the Magic 8 Ball, it's right over here. I'll be checking those. If I miss it and you send it on the screen, I will just message me. Oh my god, what the hell am I even dropping? I'm trying to do it so I can see the comments, but whatever. What's I about to do? Oh, okay. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just do that in place of the index tarot. I might just pull a few anyway, but some phrases. The one and only. This may have been something that this person said to you, and or that's just how you feel about them or they feel about you. If somebody is the one and only. Somebody might have also said that to like kind of brag or like show out in a way, like the one and only. Like this person might be very like confident in themselves, but only like when you're around or mostly when you're around. Something about can I be honest with you? So somebody might want to have like an honest conversation or like a heart to heart of some sort. And then can you hear me call your name? Somebody might be having like some kind of like, yeah, because literally the next one is late night telepathy. So like someone, especially if this is like a twin flame connection, you might either have like dreams involving this person, or like I said, hearing someone saying your name, or they might be having these kind of experiences. Like I said, with somebody finally taking a bite of the apple, realizing there's a whole world of spirituality. Like even the last reading was talking about somebody stuck in their dogmatic beliefs and all these old, outdated ways of thinking and believing. And so I feel like somebody's finally letting that go. But yeah, someone here might be very anxious to see you. I did put a safe box, like an actual safe, like something where you want to put something in to protect it. So that just kind of gives me one, like this connection is like protected and secure, but also I feel like that's like what this person does to you or wants to do. Is like they want to kind of like put you in this box for safekeeping. They want to keep you, you know, close to them to be able to make sure nothing happens to you, I guess. But yeah, close to the chest. What's the very next one? And then we got nope, I got this, and I do it anytime with a sideways smirk. Okay, I need to figure out where I'm gonna sit this because I do wanna, because I had some decks I wanted to use that are available in my TikTok shop. So I want to use them on the live, but I guess I'm gonna start with the actual reading for those who are still in here. Give me a second. I'll put the mic back on. Okay. But I do have to remember to talk a little louder because not very good at picking up my voice if I'm talking not loudly. So that's great. But yeah, let's begin the reading. I think because that took a little minute today, it might be a little different. I don't know. Because I did put all those decks and I wanted to use them on the live, but we'll see how that goes. I might just do it real quick. You never know. One more. I already cleansed and purified the first time I started the live before I stopped it and turned off the comments because everybody kept asking yes or no questions right after I said pay for them. It's in the viewer wishes right there if you want to ask a yes or no question. If you want a mini reading at the end of the live, it's also right there in the viewer wishes. Anybody on Spotify, yeah, you gotta be on TikTok, know what I'm talking about, but don't worry about it. You guys aren't the problem. Yeah, let's see what comes out for this. I did see that similar taste in music as I was shuffling. Okay. Okay, that's too much. Oh, wow. I'm going to take this one, this. I do see stable household and chokers / choke her. Independent. But yeah, stable household was coming out before. I love you to the moon and back. Oh, I don't even think I inverted anything. My bad, guys. Let me see. Oh, okay. Like I said, all viewer wishes, I'll do those at the end of the live. So that's for yes or no questions. If you want mini readings, more extended mini reading. But this person loves you to the moon and back. Somebody here might have a stable household, or their household is becoming stable. That whole "I love you to the moon and back" reminds me of like some weird technological glitch. The reason why I was just like, oh, and I grabbed the one behind that. I wish I wasn't married. Oh, no way. Okay, I'm not gonna. Am I able to move that? The timer thing? I can't even move it, bro. Okay, well, forget marrying it. Or if I can't even see my damn face, y'all gonna have to read along. Okay, so I wish I wasn't married. That is a strong first card to come out. Uh, uh, uh. Okay, so somebody wishes they weren't married. I mean, understandable if you're with somebody that you know you really don't want to fucking be with. Yikes. Okay. Oh, I don't want to make things too sexual, but yeah, sorry they're backwards, but you'll kind of have to deal with that today. We have no rhyme or reason. That kind of gives me like that unhinged energy that was coming up. Somebody being unhinged mentally, somebody showing their ass, acting a fool, and or just, yeah, like that. But just less like, but I don't know, because the unhinged energy before was with purpose. It had an intent and reason. This no rhyme or reason, showing like there's somebody's confused about something, doesn't understand why something is happening. Yeah, grand scheme of things. Somebody like doesn't understand what the big picture is kind of what I'm getting with that. We have stand out from the crowd. Let me move actually. Oh God. Okay. Just some quick organization here. So I do want to kind of focus on that one a little bit. So we have stand out from the crowd, and I can never take back the things I did. So once again, we got that very remorseful, apologetic energy coming up from this person. So like I said, it might be tying into those like readings we've been doing about like something may have blown up or like blown up somebody's face or something came to an end or a closing. That somebody is now like kind of looking at things a little bit differently than they were before, looking at their actions differently. They're even looking at you a little bit differently. I mean, especially like I said, all these readings. It's strange because like for the last like year almost, it seemed like this readings were all about like somebody really want to like be in the shadows with their affection and not really wanting to express them outwardly. And now it's like the last like month or two. I mean, heli cards like I love you to the moon and back. Like this person's becoming very bold with their affection. Whether or not they're showing that to you, I feel like they're like building confidence, and I feel like it's kind of because of that whole forbidden fruit that they have decided to swallow. So on the back of no rhyme or reason, I want you, but I don't need you. So that could be how either you or this person is feeling. Whoever I feel is like more like doesn't feel as like attached to the outcome of this or whatever. Like that, I feel like somebody here is just. I mean, like I said, it's like somebody is aware of the attraction that they feel for somebody, but they're aware that it's not going to make or break their life whether or not it happens. Which I feel like it's especially if it's a twin flame type of connection, that's a very good mindset to have because you can't have your entire life on pause for somebody else. So that, that's I feel like it's a good mindset to have. Like I want you, but I do not need you for anything, which I feel like that makes it matter even more that someone wants you but doesn't need you because that's how you know that they actually want you around because they want you there, not because they actually have to rely on you for anything. So somebody here, they don't actually have to rely on someone. They actually just want them there and enjoy them. I mean, especially with that whole energy checking at the beginning, you smell them the fuck good. Of course they would. Of course they would. Anyway, what was I just saying? No rhyme or reason. Grand scheme of things. Guess what's on the back of this? God's plan. Somebody literally was like so confused about like, I don't understand where this is going. I don't understand why this is happening. I feel like, especially with this, I want you, but I don't need you. That's also giving me the feeling like somebody may have like hardened themselves to this person, or like hardened themselves to the connection a little bit, just to like prevent themselves from feeling like hurt in some type of way. But especially for back of grand scheme of things, God's plan, like that's what I'm saying. I feel like somebody here, they don't understand what the grand plan is. They don't understand it. But I feel like maybe that's part of the lesson here. Is it's God's plan, and part of that is not supposed to make sense. So the back of this, I wish I wasn't married. I'm loyal. Okay. The loyal part, I mean, yes, you know, because nobody's cheating and stuff. It's kind of what I get with that. Emotional infidelity, too early to speak on. But that to me just says this is somebody who's in a connection that they already were committed to, and then they started to have feelings for someone else. Especially, like I put that, you know, right after that. I don't want to make things too sexual, but it's like almost like this person's not trying to look at someone a certain way, or they're not trying to see someone in a certain light, but it's almost like I said, with that whole forbidden fruit, this temptation, this irresistibility, somebody almost cannot help it, like at all. Like they don't know what to do with that. Anyway, back of I wish I wasn't married. Yeah, this was a long time coming. Oh, somebody getting divorced for you? What is this? This is a long time coming. So this is, to me, it's like definitely giving like that slow burn romance type of feeling. Like I said, especially if this was somebody who was already in a commitment and they are the type of person who's loyal. This would not be something that they just, ooh, wow, that's a pretty sexy thing over there, let me jump to it. No, this would be something that they didn't have any awareness of it at first. It's something that slowly built on and gradually grew on them until they start to notice, like, dang, since when did I start looking at them like that? Since when did I start, damn, why can I stop? Why can I not think about, it's something about like there being like this gradual progression of things that's so, I don't know, minuscule. Like each level is so tiny compared to the next that it's almost like it goes unnoticed until somebody was like there last time they checked, and then they're all the way over at I love you to the moon and back, and they're like, hold on, when the fuck were we from like that's that person to here? So something about like that. I don't want to make things too sexual, but like they weren't anticipating it. But like I said, this was a long time coming. We got grand scheme of things, God's plan. So something about this was definitely part of some plan, a divine plan. And it was a long time coming. That gives me the like, there's been a lot of hands in this, like in the background, a lot of angels, a lot of guys, a lot of people prepping things, getting things together for somebody. So on the back of, I don't want to make things too sexual, but I swallowed my pride for you. I don't think I've gotten this card in like damn near a year. What? So this, I mean, that just literally speaks of love. Like for someone to swallow their pride, that means that your ego is completely not getting in the way of the connection at all. That means that your ego can take a back seat to the wants, needs, and desires of that other person. So something about someone here, like they really swallowed their pride for you, whatever that means. I do want to look into that a little more, so I'll turn that. But yeah, stand out from the crowd. I do feel like there's something about you that stands out from a lot of people. Like not just like physically. Like I feel like if you were in a room full of people, they immediately, like their eyes would just find you in an instant. But I also just feel like it's something about the way that you think, the way that you speak. We did have that coming out in one of the readings about like somebody's mindset is very seductive to this person. Like they think that the way someone thinks is incredibly sexy. Like I don't know if it's like the way that you use words or which your sentences flow or just like the ideas that you have, but someone is like very turned on and very drawn in to what you bring to the table. So on the back of that, brown eyes. Okay, so somebody here got brown eyes, gorgeous, chocolatey, deep brown eyes, full of love and mystery and warmth. Yeah, I can never take back the things that I did. I wish I had treated you better. Yeah, so somebody here's some regret about what they had done to you, how they were feeling, and they know that. And I feel like it's also without I swallowed my pride for you. There's something about hi Sage. there's something about like this person. There may have been something that, please ignore her. There may have been something where like you didn't have all the information or you didn't have all the facts and they still like didn't correct you or they still didn't like try to let you know like, hey, no, that's not. They just kind of let you have your moment or whatever and they just waited for you to come back. Something about like they swallowing their pride. So I do think I had the supernatural was one of the decks I have available for purchase from the TikTok shop. And then, yeah, we'll just go from there. So I do want to clarify this. Yeah, let's just start. Yeah, no rhyme or reason. What exactly? Oh, okay. Is that about? 2 cards. This is the Supernatural Oracle. We have the Hangman and the 3 of Cups. Hangman, we have Castiel. I don't know if anybody saw Supernatural, the TV show, but Castiel is a badass. But the Hangman, all about a change in perspective, also a pause, a break. Oh, and 3 of Cups. Okay, yeah, friendship, celebration. Somebody didn't understand why there was a break or a pause in the celebrations, in the friendship, in the connection. Somebody didn't yeah. With the chariot. Okay, wow. Okay, I'll just show these. Yeah, somebody didn't understand why there was a break in the connection. They didn't understand where all the happy good times went. Maybe you guys had gone out drinking together, you would celebrate, you would hang out, you would talk to this person. But there's something about like there being like very cordial, jovial energy, and then it's like this person does not understand what went wrong. But obviously, according to the back of this grand scheme of things, and on the back of that God's plan, there was something about this that was like divinely orchestrated, divinely guided, like meant to happen in some way. But at least for where this person was or is at, maybe currently, they're still at this period of like they don't really understand why. Because we have the chariot here, all about quick forward movement. Like I feel like this is where this person maybe was at, even was they were ready to come forward, they were ready to charge in. And then something happened, like I said, like divinely orchestrated that could just cause like a full stop. So I think I was even doing that in like the last reading where I was talking about like something about this person's intentions. Like, even though their intentions were good, the conditions that they were bringing the intentions in with were, it was not conducive to what they were actually trying to build in the connection. So, for whatever reason, I don't know what happened, but it's something like, I don't know if you particularly had a hand in it, but there's something about like the divine had to step in and fully stop something before it went too far in one direction versus another. So I feel like that's something that someone here was not understanding. Like at first it just seemed like there was no rhyme or reason. And I feel like now someone's having an understanding. We have Temperance and the High Priestess. It's one, Temperance, all about balance, moderation, somebody being the peacekeeper. We had Judy, the police officer, and Rowena, who also came out in the last reading with the High Priestess. So this is like, this is almost giving me like someone's higher awareness or higher knowledge of, or like their dreams, you know, their spiritual abilities, something like that. Like someone's spirituality is what will specifically provide like clarity and insight into this connection. It will specifically, not just that, but like bring peace to the situation, bring like understanding to the situation. And so I just feel like there's something about like someone needing to make sure that they remain connected to like that high priestess energy within themselves, or like remain connected to um, their inner selves more than they had been. I'm gonna get to the I wish I wasn't married last, because I feel like that's gonna be a little minute. So let's see, I got the Kipper, Sacred Self-Care. Ooh, yes, we got the Vanessa. Okay, something else just fucking fell over. Whatever. So I do want to look into this. What is this? I swallowed my pride for you. So I don't know why. That's just like I just heard very endearing. Like something about, and that could even be like you swallowed your pride for this person. Even like if there was something that happened where you had to like kind of take a step back or something. Maybe both of you have swallowed your pride. Wow. Okay. Split the deck to the damn Ten of Cups. Okay. This is also available in my TikTok shop, Vanessa Tarot. This is one of my first Oracle decks, actually. Literally good old reliable. Okay. But yeah, Ten of Cups with the deck. I swallowed my pride for you. Yeah, I just feel like there's something about like somebody really did something very humbling for the other person. And I feel like that has also helped. Yeah, that helped someone to stand out from the crowd is what I'm getting right now. Like there's something about like something that someone does not see often or doesn't experience often, or like there's some way that someone completely let their ego go, especially if it was like someone where you were really pissed off at this person, you were really upset. I feel like there's something that you did or they did that like completely removed the ego and allowed you to really show up for this person in a very specific way, or allowed them to show up for you. But yeah, what is this? I swallowed my someone's backwards. Swallowed my pride for you. Yeah, Six of Swords. Moving on. Reconciliation. I feel like yeah, somebody like left something behind or like moved on from something. Like even if they had more to say, or even if they. Okay, I guess I'm taking all that. Even if they had more to say, or even if they like had something that they wanted to correct you on, or you had something that you wanted to say to them, it was something about like somebody just took the L like a G. And that was that. Six of Swords. Like somebody making peace with something. I don't know why the camera is all blurry. I tried. So we'll act like that's not happening. But yeah, somebody like wanted to make peace with something, like for the sake of peace, somebody swallowed their pride. So if somebody was like concerned or wondering about someone's intentions, even it's kind of showing like the whole reason that they swallowed their pride was for the sake of peace, was for the sake of reconciliation. Because, you know, Ten of Wands here, whatever this was that was going on between the both of you, it was very burdensome. Like they could not deal with it anymore. Like it was really like we had to call it losing sleep. Like somebody losing sleep over this. They can't, they're not eating, they're not sleeping, they're not doing nothing. Yeah, Five of Pentacles, Five of Coins. At a complete loss, destitution, misery, and loss. Like even the wallpaper is peeling. I mean, what is that? Is it mold? I don't know. What's streaking down the wall behind her? Got two puddles of grayness below her, legs all a gas, booty butt naked, hair matted up. I mean, yeah, somebody was stressed the fuck out. They could not deal with this. And so I feel like somebody literally swallowed their pride for the sake of like rebuilding a connection with someone. And something about that helped someone to really stand out from the crowd. We have the Seven of Cups also. Somebody daydreaming, wishing, dreaming. We do keep getting that about dreaming, telepathic messages. Somebody might also be like trying to connect with you in dreams at night. And or I do have to do like a whole separate like subscriber or Spotify part about this, but like something about like whenever this event happened where you guys kind of had like one separate ways, split up, stuff blew up. This person was so energetically out of balance that their subconscious was like reaching out in like ways that they had never experienced before. So I feel like if you hadn't like been having like dreams about this person very often, all of a sudden you have dreams about them. If you hadn't been thinking about them very often, all of a sudden you think about them all the time. Like there's something about like the feelings that this person had for you, like not being able to be held in anymore. Like that irresistible, undeniable, forbidden fruit type feeling. Like that I feel was like kind of bursting out from this person at one point. And so I feel like there's like, yeah, with this Five of Pentacles and this Seven of Cups, it just really gives me this feeling like in the midst of, you know, destitution, misery, and loss, somebody's still hoping, somebody's still wishing, somebody's still dreaming, somebody's still praying for the best. Because they don't know, yeah, they don't know what's going on. So I do want to look into this stand out from the crowd. What's it fun to play next? Dang, I only used two decks. Okay. So yeah, stand out from the crowd. We will do the Kipper. Don't know why. Also available in my TikTok shop. Thank you. But yeah, like I said, I just keep getting that feeling like whatever this was that stand out from the crowd. That's so crazy because the whole last reading, like every single oracle card, basically was talking about legality, courthouse, courthouse. I didn't even pull this one. I haven't touched this deck in months. First one out, courthouse. Something about somebody's doing the right thing. Oh my god! And right behind that, imprisonment and thief. Concern. What's going on? Pathway and gift. Then poverty. Wealthy man, false person. Okay, I'm getting too carried away. That was a lot. Okay, so yeah, the last readings heavily about like courthouse, judicial system, somebody doing the right thing, somebody being caught red-handed, something about the police looking at this person, something about somebody looking at memories and photos and old, social media accounts and stalking people, whatever. Something about somebody being caught, and that's why they have to do that. Now I haven't touched this deck in months. Courthouse is the first one up. Imprisonment right behind that. Somebody feels like they're locked out. I just heard "Locked Out of Heaven" by Bruno Mars. Yeah, somebody feels like they're locked out. Like you're literally like heaven to this person. Like even behind that, we had thief. So someone may have felt like I said, like somebody was caught red-handed. That's all I keep hearing from that. We have concern. So this is like, and I see 33 up top. So this is, I don't know, this is like, it caused like a great deal of concern for this masculine. Like all I'm seeing is masculine energies. Only feminine I see here is she's in the background laughing at this dude getting robbed. So, anyways. But yeah, something about like this person feels locked out. I don't know why I want to put all those. I'm gonna draw just one specifically for stand out from the crowd. But even just that would stand out from the crowd. Come on. Even just these cards would stand out from the crowd. It's showing me like something about the set of circumstances that someone was given. Anybody else would have broke under those circumstances. We got courthouse, imprisonment, thief, concern. Someone may have even been stolen from, or someone like tried to steal from this person. I mean, we did have that. I wish I wasn't married. I don't know where the stealing is happening. It could even been this person married, and then they felt like somebody was trying to steal you from them. I I don't know at this point. But what I do know is that even in the midst of all these circumstances, this kind of makes me think of that the book of Job, how Job is tested by Satan and he still never blames God. He still never doubts God. He still confirmation never releases his belief and his faith and his spirituality in God. So I'm feeling like there's something about that faith and belief that somebody has. Somebody literally could have been dealing with like person in jail or like had to be in handcuffs or something like that. Something may have literally been stolen from someone, time stolen, or someone like tried to steal something from someone. But stand out from the crowd specifically. Oh, yeah, we got despair. Yeah, like somebody was just in complete despair. Like whatever these circumstances were, like something felt so out of someone's control. Like I was saying at the beginning of that reading with the whole like waning crescent moon, all about like surrender, releasing, and having faith. I feel like there was something about the set of circumstances someone was in that was just completely out of their hands, where they literally had to let it go and give it to God. And even still doing that, what came out? High honor. Somebody's receiving very high praises, very high honor for maintaining their faith, for maintaining who they were. I feel like somebody didn't switch up even in the midst of everything that was going on. Like even though they were oh my god, I didn't even see behind that. Come on. Oh, what is this? Okay. The reading is just reading itself, I guess. Yeah, even in the midst of this person feeling absolute fucking despair, complete rock bottom, 10 of Swords, this nigga's in rags, okay? Looking pretty damn close to this bitch over here. Maybe both of y'all was over here looking like y'all was in rags. I feel like whatever this breakup or separation that happened between both of you, I feel like it affected you just as much as it affected this person. I feel like maybe that's also why the communication has been off the fucking charts, because both of you guys were in this very miserable, despairing energy while you were not in this Three of Cups energy together. That friendship, communication, that bonding. There was a standstill with this hangman, a pause during all of this. And so there's something about like this, the way that you both have handled this. Maybe somebody even like went an official route to do something. You know, I was doing readings about somebody. Sage, please, I'm doing a reading. I do hear you, baby. But maybe there was something about like somebody having to go down a certain route that they really didn't want to because they cared about this person, but they still had to do it because they knew that was the right thing to do. Like in any other circumstance, like what would I do given these circumstances? So someone still had to do the right thing. And even in doing that, where someone would think this is a complete ending, it's closing, it's never beginning again, somebody's receiving very high praises for navigating all of this bullshit, concern, thief, courthouse, imprisonment, despair. Okay, because behind despair, even through all of this that this person was going through, they still came out as a very mature person. They never decided to try to get licks back. They never tried to be petty. They never, like, yeah, I just feel like this person did not react in any type of way that someone else would have expected or that you could have expected from anybody else. I feel like someone else under the same circumstances, they would have let go of their faith, they would have started drinking, they would have started acting mad. This person just leveled the fuck up. They become even more mature. We have high honor, then even official person behind that. So they're just giving me like something about this person is like status has become elevated. Maybe literally or at least just in your eyes. Like we have even adjudication, like I said, something about like law offices, something like was officially had to like really be put down on paper. But I feel like it was a long journey. We had sudden wealth. It was a long journey to get here. Yeah, because even on the back of this, I wish I wasn't married. It was a long time coming. Yeah, like something about this was a very long journey to get to this jackpot. Holy shit, I did not see the one right behind that. Yeah, a very long journey to get to this jackpot. Unexpected income. Like, yeah, like something about this next connection for someone will be absolutely top tier. Like I was talking about with that song, An Adult Tree, where my favorite part of any song is the bridge, and the entire song sounds like a bridge. So it's like something about like the entire vibe of you or this person is exactly what somebody wanted. It's exactly what somebody asked for, but it will only come after a very definite ending or what appeared to be. But I just feel like it's just an ending for the way that things operated. Like I said, I feel like there was something about the way that this person was about to start moving forward that would not have, it would not have been, it would not have been for everybody's highest good. I guess is the best way I can say that. So, yeah, I can never take back the things I did. I mean, I feel like we get the gist. I want to get to the good shit that I want to look at right here. I wish I wasn't married. What the fuck is that about? Okay, which one do I say? We're doing the Law of Attraction Oracle. Because what is that about? Thank you. What is that about? This is Los Garibo. I love his decks. They're very interesting. But I wish I wasn't married. I think I'll pull. Yeah, I'll do 2 cards from here. I wish I wasn't married. I'm loyal. Okay. I know y'all just saw that. I wish I wasn't married. I'm loyal. I do think this is 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, I was just looking at that on the side. King of Pentacles at the back of the deck. What is this that fell on the floor? Is this the Chariot? Oh, damn. I don't know why. I mean, like in this book, in this deck, the definitions are a little different. So I will be reading from the book. But I don't know why, just her stance like that. Sage, please. I don't know why her stance like this is just giving me like somebody pretending. I don't know why, like somebody being all moody, like I don't want to talk to you. Don't look at me, but then she's back there looking at him. Don't talk to who? Girl, who? But I don't know, something about like she wants to talk to him. 8 of Pentacles traditionally is about working on something, putting something to work. Chariot, all about fast forward movement. King of Pentacles, somebody who's solid, stable, trustworthy. But in this book, Law of Attraction, who the fuck knows what it means? Okay, so let us figure out where it is. Pentacles. Which one was that? Eight of Pentacles. Career. Changes due to an inheritance or a wedding. An enviable position. The learning of a new discipline may help you make your dream come true. Changes due to an inheritance or a wedding. An enviable position. I wish I wasn't married. I'm loyal. That makes me think of a couple of things. Like enviable position. If this is somebody who's like in a commitment or relationship, I don't know if somebody's saying it as like the other person that they're with is in the envied position, or if this person is kind of seeing you as being in the enviable position, as in like they wish they were also single too. I feel like that's kind of what I'm getting more. Well, looking at the rest of these, but an enviable position, like that to me just says like somebody, like I said, I wish I wasn't married. That's not like, oh, well, I'm kind of happy I am. It'd be okay if I wasn't too. No, this isn't. This is like, I wish I was not. I do not desire to be here anymore. Yeah, so that definitely makes, that's crazy how it's come out an enviable position. Yeah, like somebody's mad about the fact that they're still married and that they are loyal. So that's for somebody out there. What was this? Chariot 7? Pretty sure that's what it is. Yep. Dynamicism. Act immediately and concretely if you want to make your dream come true. Take the first step immediately within a few hours of expressing your desire. Er, er. Act immediately? Obviously, I just got zoned out and had to repeat the sound a couple times because my brain was not computing. Act immediately? That's what I'm saying. Like, is this person, is somebody done being married? Like it says, once the dream has been expressed, someone will be acting immediately, swiftly, urgently. And then once again, this chariot is just giving me that whole fire into the ass. Like remember, I've kept talking about like that heart and flames emoji, heart and flames emoji. Something about like something burning up. Somebody has a burning desire to do something. And then not only that, but it was like in the last reading, it was tied with the right thing to do, with courthouse, adjudication, legality. Like something about like somebody sees and is aware of the right thing to do. And I feel like maybe before they didn't understand where they went wrong because they thought they were doing the right thing. But I feel like now somebody has like a clearer picture of what that's supposed to look like. But we do also have this King of Pentacles here. Hoping I can find it fast as hell. The Banker. Didn't we even see the damn mature man? Okay. It says a mature man, both wealthy and influential, will be willing to bestow his favors upon you and help you from an economic viewpoint. Cultivate his friendship. Oh, this also, with that, it's making me think of this standout from the crowd. Like, because obviously, nobody's ever trying to advertise anybody to, oh, go for that married man. Who the fuck? Who the fuck? But sometimes shit happens where people realize that they ended up in a relationship, in a commitment, in a marriage with somebody that they were never meant to be with, or at least not long term, or they realize it way after the fact. And they're like, oh my God, I do not want to be here, but I'm not that person who's going to give up on this and the other. So I feel like there's something about like you coming into the picture, like on the back of that, yeah, this was a long time coming. Like you came into the picture at the perfect time when this person was just starting to come into the awareness that maybe that other place was not exactly where they wanted to be. And so I feel like during that time, you just naturally being yourself, you eventually cultivate the friendship of this person to where they now actually care about you. They help you with your money in some way. Maybe it's somebody that you can work with. It does say they'll help you from an economic viewpoint. So that gives me like somebody might be in control of somebody's money in some way, or at least be able to help them. Maybe somebody got a glucose guardian out there somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, it says a mature man. We even saw that. Like after even in the midst of all this, like somebody feeling completely impoverished, they're still coming out as very mature, very well. So we saw that 777 jackpot. So I mean, this could be somebody who has like literally physically a lot of material wealth, But I'm just getting like it's like the wealth of the connection also. Like somebody will feel full of love. This reminds me of that card from the biblical tarot about like when Jesus was talking to the woman at the well, and he's like, whoever drinks from my cup will never go thirsty. You will never be at a loss. You know, so there's something about like that kind of vibe. It's like this the feeling that I get from this person. It's like because somebody was solid and stable and steady for this person from the very beginning, it's almost like now this person wants to give to you. Yeah. Bestow his favors upon you. And this is coming out for I wish I wasn't married. This is more than a wish. With the Chariot, this has become an action. Especially we got two pentacles, right? Those are minor arcana, but the Chariot is a major arcana. That's something divinely orchestrated, unavoidable, big action shift type of events, you know? So I don't know who all that's for, but if this person's in any type of commitment, somebody even could be married to the goddamn job, married to skateboarding, married to the money. You know what I'm talking about. But whatever that is, somebody is willing to let that go. We're gonna pull some clarifiers. I mean, it's just a very taboo type of reading to do, but that's the type of shit I like to do. Nobody likes to talk about the hard stuff. Everybody just says no, 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 and then they go on. Nobody talks about, well, what does it look like to resist the temptation of something that feels absolutely irresistible when you know you really shouldn't do it? That's the shit I like to talk about. Nobody wants to talk about that. Everybody just goes, no, don't do that, or you're a whore, goodbye. Some stuff God literally puts in people's lives to teach them a lesson and learn. Something about, like I said, the temptation was the initiation for somebody. I feel like there was another deck that I'm missing. Oh, that okay. I'm not missing anything then. So yeah, I'm gonna do my favorite Oracle deck, of course, also available in the TikTok shop. Like I said, the Law of Attraction was also in my TikTok shop. But these, man, these be giving me the details. This be giving me the juice. Okay. Thank you also to whoever that is that's been in this live from the beginning. I done started and stopped 4 times. You are an OG for this one. This is basically your personal reading. But, oh, okay, I guess that's coming out. Yeah, I wish I wasn't married. I'm loyal. I'll take that, I guess. I don't know why I want to take that one. Like, sometimes when I'm shuffling, it'll almost be like the cards will burn on my finger. Like, not burn, but it'll just, like, my finger will just, like, I don't know how to describe that. Like, an OCD type thing. Like, when you realize, like, OCD was just developing you for your spiritual abilities. Yeah. Okay. That might be way too many. Oh. Love message? Yeah, somebody might want to start communicating messages of love to you. This might also be somebody's love language. I don't know if that is a love language. Words of affirmation is a love language. Okay. Damn, somebody's love language is words of affirmation for sure. Maybe that just made me think of this. I swallowed my pride for you. Is I feel like there's something about like the words that someone communicated to someone, because I was also talking about like seductive mindset. Somebody likes the way you think, the way you talk, the way you speak. Something about the words that you communicated with this person that not only did it, it showed how much you swallowed your pride or they swallowed their pride, or maybe they're going to swallow their pride to communicate, but something about that communicated the love that you had. Like it doesn't even have to be a whole love message, but I just feel like something about okay, we're just gonna just do all that and then we're gonna do this. Yeah, something about the words that were communicated to this person. Even if you didn't say I love you, the words, they could feel it. They know. They felt it. I feel like I dropped more than one card, but I guess the fuck not. What? I swear more than one card fell. Am I delusional? What the fuck? Okay, I almost forgot about this one. But yeah, excuse my high pitched squealing. I don't know what's going on. So we'll act like that didn't happen. Love message. Somebody here might also be alt or goth. I'm just noticing the hair with the blonde streak in it. So somebody could be like an alternative. I don't know why I keep hearing y'all alternative. I don't even fucking say that. So somebody might be alternative. Like they might like to dress like a little edgy, but then also with the cowgirl boots or cowboy boots, cowgirl hats, this shit like that. But yeah, there's something about like I don't know why. Like this is literally because it's like they're both looking at the phone, you know. So like that's if it was like one person and the phone and it shows us in the text, I would get like maybe somebody sent someone a message. But I'm getting like there's something about like a shared experience together, like through communication of some sort that you both were like a part of that showed this person how you truly feel about them. I think that's beautiful. I don't know where I want to put these. Like it's kind of bothering me because this one is like not really supposed to be there. So okay, so we're just gonna get started on the deck. This will be the second to last one that we do. Spiritual awakening. Okay, ego death. We've been talking about this for the divine masculine. They have been going through the absolute craziest spiritual awakening they have ever encountered in their life. They're having cognitive dissonance. Their head, they don't know which way to look, left, right, up, down, sideways, in circles. They're on a downward spiral, or at least they were. Maybe they're even, I mean, I don't even feel like they're still presently. Because, like I said, we have high honor here, and then we've had mature man coming out, and then even describing a mature man in this King of Pentacles from a whole different deck. Please. So I feel like whatever this is like, instead of this person like spiraling down into their own toxic habits or rushing back into a commitment that they know they're not fucking happy in, it's like this person is actually taking the time to really evaluate themselves, look at their heart, look at their soul, look at their ego, look at their spirit, and like take a second look to understand something. Like this gives me hermit vibes. Also a little bit hierophant in there too. Like I'm getting like spiritual teaching, spiritual awareness, spiritual awakening, something like that. So it's like this person is becoming like heavily connected to the divine because of the circumstances that they were put through. And I feel like that's also, you know, someone wasn't understanding the rhyme or reason for why something happened or why something had to go a certain way. I feel like that's also one of the reasons why is that sometimes the best or only way that God is able to bring someone straight to his table is to put them in these set of circumstances where they have no option but to call on him, but to call on God. So I feel like that's something about like that's what ended up happening with this person. Where maybe you, like I said, were in a similar set of circumstances, but especially if you were the type who you regularly maintain your faith, you regularly check in with yourself and your energy, I feel like it didn't affect you as heavily, or at least for as long, versus with this person. Like I said, they're having a whole ego death, whole revamping of the mind. Their entire awareness and understanding of the entire way that they're looking at reality is different. Like that's why I feel like I spend so much time talking about that card because I feel like people brush over it. Like, oh, somebody had an ego death. Somebody had an ego. No, that's not something you brush over. Like, do you recall your first ego death? Do you recall when you first learned a bit of information that changed the entire view of the world for you? Like that's not something that needs to be talked about lightly. Somebody here, I feel like they're in a very delicate and sensitive emotional space, and that does not need to be taken lightly. This person's going through an entire spiritual awakening. That's not just a regular old ego death, you know, oh God, this bitch cared about money and that's all they wanted. Ha ha ha. No, this is somebody's coming to an awareness of God. Somebody's coming to an awareness of their soul. They're coming to awareness of signs and symbols and synchronicities and numbers and dreams. That's a lot to happen, especially they're coming into that through you. And you, obviously, you hear you, boss bitch Tarot G right here. Come on. So, not right here because I didn't realize this is the sex addict card. But you get what I'm saying. So I just feel like that's something I feel like people should not take so lightly. And I feel like you should also remember that going forward in dealing with this person is they're literally going through an ego death. Every action and word and phrase that you say to this person going forward will have a drastic effect on the rest of their life and how they move forward. That's how like sensitive that space is. So it's like you're literally there to help. Like I feel like that's why you were gifted the abilities and the powers and the dreams and telepathy and claircognizance and stuff that you have, because you are meant to help lead and guide people. You don't have to be on YouTube and a tarot reader and dishing out fucking cards for everybody. Like no, sometimes you, as you exist as a person, is meant to help guide someone through this, especially if this is someone you're closely connected with. somebody that you sharing some fucking love messages with, you kind of need to be there for this person. So I feel like regardless of what happens, somebody's gonna have to, especially if somebody's not forgiving anybody. I'm not saying nothing about nobody forgiving anything. I'm more so saying this person can't forgive themselves, and I feel like that's where you come in. Is I feel like you forgave this person before they were able to forgive themselves, and so I feel like that's where you also, yeah, maybe that's what this love message is about. You bringing in the love messages, the shared love messages, not just one sided. Because that was also coming out in the readings about reciprocity. But anyway, sex addiction coming out. Yeah, now we're moving on. That was woo, sex addiction coming out. That keeps like when I tell you, like every single reading for like the past like 5 or 6, sex addiction. I remember for one of them, last card, sex addiction. Like why? So I don't know if that's like this whole I wish I wasn't married, and maybe that's why somebody had already been dipping their toe. But then it does say I'm loyal. So then I don't know. Maybe somebody here got a sex addiction, or maybe even like, oh, I think that was another understanding I had of this card. Because even if it's not like literal physical sex, I feel like it's about like addicted to attraction. You know what I'm saying? And so, oh, thank you, Bookie, for joining. I love you. But you know, like certain people where they have like an addiction to attraction. They enjoy the feeling of being wanted. They enjoy the feeling of being seen as attracted by other people. And so I feel like it's something about damn, why did I think it was like 5 people in here or one person and that says 85? Oh, thank you guys. Okay, hello. Oh, I thought it was like one person in here this whole damn time. Wow. Okay, thank you. But yeah, there's something about like somebody's like they're addicted to attention from other people. Like I don't know if you've ever encountered somebody like that, or if you were ever that person before, where I don't know, somebody like grew up as like an ugly duckling, or you were like the weird kid or the odd one out. Also dealt with trauma and then didn't receive love from your parents. So then going into relationships as an adult, basically, I mean, even for me, I didn't realize it was like, damn, the first dude that I found as attractive who showed me attention back, boom, we was in a relationship. That's what the fuck this first tattoo was. That was my first fucking contract. My first tattoo, first love contract. The dude who gave me the tattoo even told me, well, I can't put it in any other direction. So, bitch, I gotta look at the heart upside down for the rest of my life? Why? And he gave it to me for free. Anyway, something about that, where when somebody like that need for attention, like it's like somebody doesn't recognize that that's an unfulfilled need within themselves. Like they constantly are searching for that some kind of validation. Because I feel like it's not even about like, ooh, am I attractive enough? Ooh, am I? It's not that like weird pick me shit. This is more like, do you see my value? Do you see my value? Do you? It's I don't know why this is making me think of that one book by Dr. Seuss. Are you my mother? That's one of my favorite books from all time from my childhood. But well, damn, it was 85, and now it's down to 8. What happened? What the fuck? I don't know what's going on with this live. I'm gonna stop looking at that. But I do see that one person who's been in here with that blue icon, look like blue in the back. You've been in here for a minute, and I appreciate you. But yeah, it's just something about someone's very. I feel like that's what the sex addiction is. I mean, yes, someone like I said, for some, it may literally be a full blown addiction, but for that to come out, I wish I wasn't married. I'm loyal. That to me doesn't scream this person is out here dipping the dick in any old kind of thing. You know, this is just giving me more so on an emotional level. So this is, like I said, it could be something about like emotional infidelity, especially I wish I wasn't married. Like I said, this person may have been entertaining some stuff. It may be the way that they were trying to come and approach you before. The divine had to put an end to it with whatever way they were trying to come forward. But we do have, oh, but that's in reverse. Okay, love child. I have a whole new understanding of this thanks to ChatGPT. But love child. Oh my God. Next to sex addiction. Because the first time I saw this, I'm not going to say that. Anyway, this says to me that because of someone's, for now, we're just going to call this sex addiction. We're going to call that emotional infidelity. It seems a little harsh right now, but I know they probably don't have a card for that here. We're going to call this emotional infidelity, okay? Because of whatever this emotional infidelity was, of a connection between two people. And like I said, it also doesn't have to be somebody in. I just thought somebody not in an active commitment. It could be somebody who's legally married but like separated, or legally married but like the person won't sign the divorce papers, something like that. But yeah, because of that, something was born. Love child. I mean, somebody could literally have a child with this person because of this. But I feel like because of this, like the connection between you, something was quite literally born, like an energy. And then when something's born, when you have a newborn, you don't just, phew, okay. It went a little dark there because I was like, well, some people do, but you don't just not take care of the child and throw it in the trash. You regularly nurture it, maintain it, keep up with the child, feed the child, ask the child how it's doing, teach the child, help the child to understand, help the child figure out the world, help the child figure out where they are, help the child, you know what I'm saying? Are you seeing what I'm saying? So anyway, I feel like there's something that was birthed here that now, also for those on Spotify, I held up the ego death with the masculine in the picture for those who missed it. But yeah, I just feel like there was something born in this connection that now it cannot be gotten rid of. It now exists permanently. It's something that now has to be nurtured. I think I saw something about in the last reading. It was like, so this person, or no, it was for my subscribers. I haven't posted it yet, but something about this person. They had to kind of realize that they couldn't separate from you without self-destructing. Like you and them go hand in hand. That's what I feel like this energy is. Something about the connection, the chemistry, whatever it was that existed between you. Energy is very fucking tangible if you allow it to be. And so whatever that energy was that was between the both of you, it's now to the point where this person's like, I have to fucking fix this. I have to work on things. I got a fire under my ass. I really wish I wasn't married. Like something about that is so like your freedom is so enviable to this person. Because I think I even saw that card. Yeah. The very back. Happily single. Stress free, doing you, bathing, not giving a fuck about what the fuck anybody else has going on. Like I feel like that is what like is very enviable to this person. Like even this Jezebel has a whole different connotation to me. Because I feel like that's like maybe some people try to like see you in this like very negative light of like thinking that the way that you were or how you acted, oh, she's too out there, oh, that would never be my type, or oh no, he likes to wear those gray sweatpants every fucking day and show his damn lingerie. I don't know. But there's just something about I feel like this person, like they don't even see you like this actually. They're just projecting because it's like they're what would I say with that King of Pentacles from the Law of Attraction Tarot, someone is like an enviable position. Like someone I feel is very jealous of someone like being free and single, but not jealous in like a scary, unhealthy way, you know what I'm talking about? But like just like, damn, I wish I was also free and single so I could also freely talk to your ass. This is kind of what I'm getting here. So anyway, uh I feel like I was going somewhere with that. I can't remember. Yeah, there's just this person I feel like they heavily projected on you. And also, oh, that's where I was going. Where it was talking about an enviable position. I also feel like this person, whoever this King of Pentacles is, solid, stable, trustworthy, wealthy, mature man. I feel like they know that. Oh, oh my God! I feel like this person, they know that the position that they're offering is enviable. Like, I wish I wasn't married. I'm loyal. That just popped in my head. Like, somebody knows that the person they're with, you are not up to par. You do not have what I need. And somebody knows that that position is very enviable. That's all I'm gonna say on that. In reverse, we had drinking, toxic lifestyle. Wow. Because even in the last one, we kept having cope coming out. Somebody drinking. Last reading, cope finally came in reverse. Now this, drinking and toxic lifestyle in reverse as we're on the what? Waning crescent moon, all about releasing, letting go of toxic habits and lifestyles. So somebody's really like letting go of toxic habits, toxic lifestyles. I'm feeling like that is this sex addiction card, or this emotional infidelity, or like this wrong way of doing things, or that like need for validation and to be seen as attractive and wanted and valued by other people. I also feel like I feel like that's sex addiction, or that need for like wanting and desire was there because somebody was in a commitment they did not want to be in. It didn't matter if this person was desiring them left and right. If they didn't desire them back, bitch, I don't care that you want me. The fuck are you gonna do about it? Like what? Anyway, so I feel like that's kind of what that is. It's like someone was very unsatisfied with their life, and because they're loyal, like this type of loyal, they just felt like they couldn't leave, I guess, or they feel like it'd be disloyal to leave. Anyway, somebody's letting go of a toxic lifestyle. I feel like somebody's letting go of that sex addict type of mindset. Yeah, we got backstab, cheating, deception, mind games, love bomb. Yeah, I feel like this is kind of the energy that this person was on or bringing to the table. Somebody feel backstabbed. This definitely kept coming out in the last lives. Also, it is 1:11. Everybody, please make a wish. Amen. Anyways, yeah, I feel like this kept coming out in the readings like a lot about the feminine feeling backstabbed. So, like I said, somebody could have been cheating. It does say I'm loyal. That's why I feel like for this one specific reading only, they were not physically, but I feel like maybe emotionally somebody was entertaining something. But yeah, it does say love bombing. So this person may have like that may have been like something that they tried to communicate with you, was like trying to love bomb. Like I feel like they maybe tried to treat you how they did everybody else. They tried to treat you like how they got along with all these other people, and they had to kind of realize you was not the motherfucking one. Now they're over here feeling like shit. Don't tell me that this is the card that I think it is behind here. Please don't tell me what I think it is. Please don't tell me. Now this person's feeling like shit. What is this card? This keeps fucking coming out. I think I even have this as one of my subscriber stickers or super fans, whatever. Jackass. Now they're feeling like shit and like a jackass. Okay? Like this person is not fucking happy. Like they feel like they made the wrong move, the wrong decision. They feel like all eyes are on them now. They feel imprisoned, locked in. They can't move how they want. They just completely feel like a dumbass. What's the last card? Yeah, bumping heads. Yeah, you guys were beefing hardcore. You guys was beefing hardcore. I don't know what the hell this person did, but y'all was beefing hardcore. What's the vibe? Do I want to do this one? No. I do want to do this. Twin Flame Oracle. Damn, have I been live for 2 hours? I was over here talking about I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Yeah, fucking right. Okay, so we're gonna do Naked Truth Oracle, and then I'm gonna close it out. Ooh. Damn, I don't think I put this one in the shop, but whatever. Maybe I did. I don't know. But I'm gonna. You can get all these on my TikTok shop. All these decks, okay? All of these that I'm using today. I think besides the Naked Truth, available on product links for my TikTok shop. I did clarify everything, didn't I? Yeah, that's what I want to do. I wish I wasn't married. Last. What else can you tell us about that? Why does he keep falling on the floor? Just hold him up here a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna get a couple of these. Now I can see the card that fell. Okay, and then I do want to do one or two from the Unsent Oracles. Y'all are so like lucky because I even went to work today. This is the 3rd time ever in my life I've ever volunteered on a Saturday to go to work. The fuck do I look like? And 3 Saturdays in a row. That's crazy. I forgot what I was even doing. Oh. So yeah, I'm like worked 6 days this week. Putting in double shifts and everything. And I'm still on live right now. That's crazy to me. And then we're going to do a couple of here. I think I just want 2 from this deck. Okay. Yeah, I don't like to read them in advance. I like to read them. Like, I like to be surprised with you guys when I read them as well. So that's why I be trying not to look. And I be, oh, what does it say? Because, yeah, sometimes I even let you guys read them first. Do you still think about me? Do you still want me? Do you still love me? I need to know if I should move on. I'm hurting. Yeah, that feel like shit card. This person's completely fucking lost. Like, they are lost in the sauce and not the good kind. This is not the good kind of sauce. This is the dookie sauce. This is the feel like shit diarrhea sauce that they're lost in right now. Like, that's where I feel like, especially, I don't know why this is like sticking out to me with this King of Pentacles from the Law of Attraction. Like the gears going in his mind, the cogs. That's why I feel like this person. Do you still want me? Do you still like me? Do you need me? Do you care about me? Do I mean anything? Like that. I just feel like whatever happened in this connection, the way that you came across, is like this person's like, did you even give a fuck about me? Like, this person has no idea. Like I said, with that hangman, 3 of Cups, no rhyme or reason. They don't know what the big picture is here. Like, they're like, why do all that if it's just supposed to? Yeah, like, I don't know. I just feel like this person's lost, but I feel like they're holding on to the faith. Like, this isn't the type of person where they're gonna, ooh, if I don't hear from her in 2 days, I'm gonna say fuck it and go fuck the next bit. Like, I'm not getting a feeling like that's this person. They'll just silently watch and wait and wait and wait and wonder until they see something different. Fortunately, it's you, so I feel like they won't have to wait for long if they are waiting for some kind of sign. But I do feel like this masculine is really feeling like shit. What's this? I ghosted you because it was getting too intense. I don't let people in my life easily because I have trust issues. Story of the fucking year, bud. So somebody could have got ghosted. Maybe that's what this person did. Also, I feel like maybe you were also trying to communicate with this person. Maybe you did communicate some kind of love messages to them, and they basically completely ghosted you. Like, they disappeared. Is what I'm getting. And I feel like maybe it like offended somebody a lot. And I feel like for other people, they like involved other people in it, or they were trying to get answers from other people. And I feel like that's also what kind of led to. But they ghosted because they want to know. But instead of asking, they're scared of that rejection. So it just crashed and burned. They tried to ask everybody else except you, is what I'm saying. Yeah, you didn't put up with my shit. You crushed my big ass ego, but that made me respect you even more. Like, what? This is literally the whole reading. It's backwards. I don't care. Y'all can take the time to read that and pause it on the YouTube replay if you want. But what? Because literally respect you even more. We have high honor. Like, somebody is seeing like through the midst of a very specific set of circumstances. Somebody deserves the jackpot. Somebody deserves some recognition and some praise. Somebody deserves like everything that they have put into like this connection. So I feel like, I don't know, it's a very powerful reading. Last naked truth. I miss making love to you. I will do anything just to hold you again. So for some of you, you could have been intimate with this person. I did see like some of you guys did have that little love child card. So somebody, like I said, reminiscing, going over memories, replaying conversations, wanting to have interactions with you again. Somebody's like wondering what the fuck they did wrong. But I don't know, I just keep feeling like you're not really supposed to approach this person first. You really just supposed to, Sage, stop. Whatever you're doing over there. But I feel like you just have to let this person get out of this. Sorry, that's my cat. This jackass energy. This feeling like a dumbass. Because I feel like that energy keeps them in this like self perpetuating rejection mindset. So I feel like you have to let them get out of it. Because I feel like if you keep just taking the first step, they'll keep finding ways to convince themselves, like, of maybe it was this, maybe it was that, maybe it's, I don't know, something about that. What more could I ask for? Oh, at least you are happy. First time I've gotten this one with the phone. Looks old. What more could I ask for? Wow. Because then that's even making me think that I swallowed my pride for you. Because at first when I saw what more could I ask for, I'm like, oh, of course. They're like, you're a full package. But this is like, this gives me that someone is like loving from a distance. Like, dang, all I wanted was for you to be happy. I never specified that it had to be with me. You know, that's kind of the feeling I'm getting from this card. Especially like the phone hung up. Like, I just feel like someone feels hung up on. Sage, please. Somebody feels hung up on, rejected, denied. But they're like, at least you're happy. Like, that gives me that swallow my pride, this very like selfless type of love that this person has for you. Where they like, even if you're not speaking to them, all they want to know is that you're happy. And as long as you're happy, I don't know if you gotta start acting like you pissed the fuck off or not. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But what else we got? You never let me be. You never let me be free, will you? I've always loved you. Also, the first time I'm getting this card. Yes, they're backwards, but they have the viewer questions all the way on the other side of the screen. So, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? Oh, maybe there's a way I'm supposed to check something. Okay, so nobody has yes or no questions. Okay, perfect. But yeah, so I've always loved you. I don't know why this made me think I wish I wasn't married. Something about this person, recognize the connection. They always loved you. And then you'd never let me be free, will you? That kind of makes me think somebody's like almost like in a teasing way, like smirking a little bit, like there's this insider joke. And it's almost like this person doesn't want to be free. And then that also gives a connotation, like I keep saying, like something seemed like an ending. Like I was even saying that before the actual reading started about something seemed like it's an ending. Really, it's just getting started. It's just the beginning. That's what this is. Like somebody was never planning on letting somebody go. Even if it was in the midst of all this chaos and you're not talking to them, somebody was never had an intention to let somebody go. And I feel like this person kind of knows that, but they still feel like a jackass. Yeah, I wish I could share my life with you again. Miss Perfect Mirror Acceptance. I like this picture too. I'm like, where the fuck are y'all at? Where the fuck is y'all at down there? Perfect mirror. One, what is the perfect mirror in the spiritual community? Twin flames, right? Twin flames is what we're talking about. You hear the sound? That's the sound of twin flames. Okay. Perfect mirror. Oh, this is just so beautiful. Definitely twin flame vibes. Red and blue, purple. I don't know why that's like feels significant for some reason to me. Red, blue, purple. Red and blue, I know, police. Also, red and blue. And like I said, judicial system, police kept coming out. So I don't, and then I keep thinking like 911, and usually when I see 911, that's like I see here like help is on the way, like some divine intervention, divine protection, help's on the way. So then I'm just seeing like the red and blue here, red and blue here. I just feel like literally like there's help on the way in this connection. Like I feel like neither of you know what the fuck to do. So I feel like the to do is going to be doing for you, but not in a bad way. Kind of what I'm getting. So anyway, last one that I see. Oh, okay, second to last one because I have to read this one. Right people, wrong time. I was just a foolish kid who was handed the flawless pearl too early in life. That's what I'm saying. Like that sex addiction or emotional infidelity, wherever the fuck this person was on, they didn't know what the fuck they had till it was busted right the fuck back in their face. Okay. And so I feel like I said, right people, wrong time. That did come up in the reading. I don't think I showed that for long enough because these roses are gorgeous. And I really want you to like look at them and appreciate them like I did. Thank you. But oh, and for the people on Subscriber, they're pink roses and the details are very vivid. I I don't know how else to describe that. Very lush. They look very soft. I feel like maybe that's how this person sees your skin. I don't know why I just thought of that. Somebody might have rosy skin. I just heard rosy lips. I just heard rosy something else. I don't think I can repeat that on TikTok. I miss you. Just because we don't talk anymore doesn't mean I don't think about you constantly. I think of you when I brush my teeth in the mornings. I'll be on my way to work and I wish I was talking to you. Pretty things remind me of you for some reason. Sunsets, parks, flowers, the sky. You're not any less beautiful or amazing just because I'm not there to tell you that you are. Why do I want to cry all of a sudden? Oh my God. Nothing I've told you has changed, so I hope you're feeling all right. You hurt me and I hurt you and we're apart. but I love you all the same. How does this always happen? Like, how does the cards we pull out literally have to do with exactly what the fuck the reading is about? You hurt me and I hurt you. Wasn't that the fuck what this all was about? And we're apart, but I love you all the same. That is why I can't let you go. You'd never let me be free, will you? I've always loved you. Like this whole what? This person's not letting you go. I don't know if you thought it was over. It's not over, bitch. It is not over at all. All right. But anyway, that's because I can't let you go. But everything about you was a gift, and this hurt is too. I hope you're having a good day today. Yeah, everything about you was a gift, and so was the hurt. That makes me think of this card. What more could I ask for? At least you're happy. So I feel like this person, like I said, like this person, they're not like it just reminds me of that book of Job. Like even while he's being tested, he never shits on God. He's just like, okay, even in the midst of all this, I still love you. And even though I'm like really in pain about this, at least like this person, this is the type of person who's learning from the pain. Like they're learning from the experiences. They're learning from what they've been through. And so also for anybody who's coming in late, whatever, the whole reading will be on my Spotify. I now have a podcast and I also post them all to YouTube for anybody who's coming in after. But yeah, this is just a very selfless love. Like this is someone who really they don't care if you're well, I'm not gonna say they don't care because obviously they really want you in your life. But it's like even if you aren't in their life, they still move and operate in a way as if you would be the very next moment. Like this person, they hold you in such a high regard. That's actually kind of crazy. Like this. Let me spook the deck one good time. Oh wow. I surrender to whatever this life has planned for me. Maybe something good will happen eventually if I just keep waiting. Maybe the universe will reward my patience. Probably not. So yeah, this person, like I said, like with the jackass, I feel like this person they're stuck in their head. They're stuck in like denial mode. They're stuck in feeling like they'd be rejected. But there's something about like this person, they hope and they think and they wish and they pray. And that's what I think keeps the energy alive. That's what I think keeps that whole love child energy card alive is the fact that neither of you are giving up. I feel like if there was one person who was giving up, this will really feel like a lot more of a struggle than it really is. But I feel like it's just the fact that like the chemistry between you it seems like it's like effortless, like nobody has to try, especially with it not just like the chemistry being effortless, the chemistry comes across as temptation, meaning it's very difficult to resist. That's a whole another level of chemistry that we're talking about there. So what was it? Oh, this is the last one that you're able to get from my little TikTok shop. This is the Sacred Self-Care Oracle, and we're just going to use this to finish out the spread, I suppose. And I think I don't think anybody has a yes or no question. So yeah, nobody has any yes or no. We're not doing no Magic 8 Ball today. The live was like 2 hours. I think I've given you enough. Just kidding. I love this. But let's just get some final self-care tips. I guess one for you and one for them. I guess if you want to be nosy or just know what they should be working on or might be working on next. But what's the self-care advice for you? And what is the self-care advice for them? Quick little shuffle. Yes, Sage, I hear you, baby. Oh, please stop. Please tell me it's just two. Please tell me it's just two. Lord, if you love me, please tell me it's just two. Yes! The Lord loves me. It is just two cards. Perfect. Wow. How fucking accurate. Also, I've had this forever. I've never gotten either of these cards before. Like, never. I've had this deck for a long fuck. I've had this card before at the back. Maybe this is what both of you guys need to be working on. A little beauty ritual for you. You know, loving yourself, doing your nails. Speaking of beauty ritual, she's literally doing her nails. Guess who just finally did her nails for the live, bitch? In honor of the waning crescent moon. I don't know if you can even see it, but whatever, it's there. But yeah, somebody might need to self-care a little hard right now. I feel like maybe that's the mutual self-care energy between the both of you. Like somebody's really self-caring hard. I feel like that's the both of you. Like, I feel like that's your natural go-to when you're not feeling good about yourself, when you're feeling like a jackass, when you're feeling like shit. Somebody's natural go-to is, I'm gonna shower 4 times a day, clean the house, start my businesses. Like, somebody's heavily focused on themselves, which is excellent. Like, oh wow, I'm feeling rejected and not loved. Let me love myself a little harder. Yes, literally exactly what you should be doing. Good job. So anyway, we have drink tea for the advice for you. Her hair looks like it's a cosmos. Teapot, cute. She also has an additional teapot and then another pitcher. So the bitch really, they're saying, drank the fucking tea. She got 3 whole pots of motherfucking tea. So drank the tea and heal. I think it's what it's saying. But tea is very healing. I mean, I don't know how much you know about that. It's not just tea. Sage, please stop playing with the bag. Now. Anyway. Tea contains herbs. Herbs are natural. You know, like with the essential oils, we use all that for aromatherapy. It helps to bring calmness, mood changes, this and the other. Obviously, like for the most part, you won't see an immediate difference as soon as you drink it. You know, since it's natural, it'll take longer to have the effects, which is why I feel like big pharma and the doctors are so big. They treat the symptoms and not the actual problem. So everybody just douses fucking pills and ignores what the actual issue was instead of just looking for it. So anyway, drinking tea, I feel like very specifically, you will not, it's not one of those things you'll notice benefits immediately unless you drink like a sleepy time tea or like something for chamomile to like calm you down. But over time, consistent tea drinking, not only are you getting the herbs and the nutrients that you need from the different herbs within the tea, but you know, plants being natural, the energy of nature, that helps to align you in a very natural way. And then, especially when you drink tea, there's something about like the blending of the herbs and the water. You know, some people like to see that as alchemy, and if you drink it with intention, you know, like if people, they like to pray over their water before they drink it, or they like to like send the intention of love into their water. Like, you know how there's literally documentaries about if you speak to water and snowflakes a certain way, they change their shape based on the words that you say to them. So if you speak to them with love, they grow beautifully and look way better than if you were shitting on them and talking crap. And so there's something about like, I feel like maybe someone here should like drink tea with intention. Obviously, this is specifically for the feminine here, who's ever in the chat. I don't know why I'm like noticing like pinks. So maybe even for the feminine, getting more into that like feminine energy, even if it does seem like the complete opposite of you. I actually, for a little while, used to hate fucking pink. Guess what my favorite fucking color is now? Can you guess it? Yeah. So I feel like maybe somebody here, even if you're not like super into pink or you consider yourself tomboy, tomgirl, whatever the fuck, I feel like maybe somebody here needs to like incorporate more like pink into their things, because pink even in itself brings along a certain energy with it. I know it's almost time to stop the live because my nose is starting to get stuffed up. So the advice for the masculine, like I said, you can get this deck on my TikTok shop. This is the Sacred Self Care. But this makes sense. Come on. Like, I mean, like literally the feminine, all about receptivity. Receive the tea. Literally sit there and receive is the advice for the feminine. Was I not saying that at the beginning? For the masculine, stand up and fight, nigga. Like, what? You can't like get more accurate than this. Advice for the masculine, strength. Build your inner strength. Build them muscles. Like I said, this person is like they're very stuck in this like rejection mentality. It's such a nihilist. They're like, well, I hope that God will bless me in this way, and I hope that God will give me something that I like, blah blah blah. No, they really need, especially like she has like, yeah, she's the only one that has like that third eye above her. That's why I feel like this person is not just like physical strength. Because I mean, the last reading I did, we didn't have blue collar buff come out, so I don't think that person needs to work on that type of strength. But intuitively, that mental strength, that mental discernment, like I said, was coming out in these readings. I feel like that's something that this person needs to work on. They need to work on their self confidence. They need to work on a lot of stuff that has to do with like their perception and the way that they view the world. And I feel like that will help to balance a lot. I'm also noticing, like I said, that cosmos that's like in her hair, or her hair is that. I feel like that's what you represent. Like the cosmos is in her hair, and it's like, you know, the eye is on her forehead. So I don't know what I can't. I'm trying to like I'm seeing something, but I don't know how to put it into words. But it's like that's the connection. like this person will see you, but you are the cosmos. I don't know how else to describe that, but I hope that makes sense. But yeah, no yes or no questions today, since the live was like 2.5 goddamn hours. You can't have everything. Okay, I'm tired. You can't have everything. I'm just kidding, but I did love this. I loved each and every one of you who was on here today. I will be here every Saturday. I try to come on at 11:11. Obviously, we have some shit going on. There's a reason why the comments is off. I'm tired of people coming in asking yes or no questions. Right after I just told y'all there's an option to ask your yes or no question right there. So that's why the comments are off. So I'm sorry to anybody that felt like it was a, you want to say something, but we're gonna have to do it till I can figure out what to do about that. But thank you for being here. I love everybody. Let me double check to make sure nobody had no question for the Magic 8 Ball. Yes or no? I feel like the reading was very thorough, so we'll see. But thank you again. Like I said, replay will be on Spotify for anybody who missed it. I repost it all to YouTube on Sundays, Spotify and YouTube. And I go live every Saturday. I post subscriber readings on the weekends at some point, but yeah, my nose is getting super stuffed up, so I have to go. Goodbye. So I have to go. Goodbye.